Third place spot on this list might surprise you, but I would actually say is Dallas-Fort Worth, the Metroplex. With 7.6 million residents and growing, it is the largest metro in Texas and fourth largest in the entire country, only behind New York, LA, and Chicago. Now, I spent more time in Dallas than any other Texas city this year, almost 3 months, so I got far more experience around here than the other three areas. The Dallas-Fort Worth area has an absolutely massive roadway network. I mean, this place is so staggering that it could probably warrant its own separate video for a traffic discussion. It might rival or even exceed Los Angeles, but with less than half the population. Dallas-Fort Worth is a multi-nodal metro area which is anchored on the east by the city of Dallas and to the west by Fort Worth. There are an absolute ton of suburbs in this area, almost too many to count. Notable ones include Arlington, with over 400,000 people of its own, the home of much of the area's entertainment, including Six Flags Over Texas, the Texas Rangers, and those famous Dallas Cowboys. Yet with all that, Arlington has zero mass transit. I mean, not even a bus network. Pretty unheard of for a city of its size. Others include Irving with this famous Las Colinas district, Denton, home of the University of North Texas, Garland, a place that's large in population and lacking in everything else. And finally, there is Plano. Plano literally means flat or plain in Espanol, which is quite fitting for this city. But Plano was so astonishingly plain-o that I'll probably make a separate video about this place and its land use later on. Dallas does boast the nation's largest light rail network, and it can be nice if you live along one of the lines, but with many surrounding suburbs opting out of participation and a population over 7 million, it doesn't seem to have much impact on roadway traffic. On the highway front, I-30 bisects the metro down the middle and serves as its east-west freeway, while I-20 passes to the south and functions more as a sort of outer loop interstate. I-35 splits into two, and the western section goes through Fort Worth, while the eastern side hits Dallas. I-45 comes in from Houston, but dies out at I-30 to become US 75, which then continues northbound through Plano, Allen, and towards the Oklahoma state line through all of the future Dallas suburbs. Auxiliary interstates include I-820 in Fort Worth and I-635, the LBJ freeway in Dallas. Other non-interstate highways in the area include the Dallas North Tollway, the Central Expressway, and the George Bush Turnpike. In the DFW area, the two pain spots for traffic you will find are the loop of freeways that encircle downtown and the north side of the I-820 loop around Fort Worth. The main cause of the Dallas loop congestion seems to come from the sheer amount of merging and transferring to different highways that you'll find in the area. The main through travel lanes aren't too bad, but you'll find almost every exit backed up, even outside of peak hours. Almost every time I came through this area, there was no shortage of last-minute exiting onto Woodall Rogers and onto I-30. It got to the point where I just left a little space because I knew it was going to happen. Over on the Fort Worth side, I-820 surprisingly has just 2 free general purpose lanes, but there is a tolled express lane option if you want to drive in free-flowing traffic. Here we get a good demonstration of how much people are willing to sit in traffic in order to avoid paying those tolls. But what does Dallas-Fort Worth do well when it comes to traffic? Well, the name of the game here is dispersion. The Dallas area doesn't have the super wide freeways that you'll find in Houston, but what they do have is a more dense concentration of freeways relative to the land area covered. This area is also multi-nodal, meaning that the whole metro doesn't just revolve around downtown Dallas. There are several other job centers like Las Colinas, the legacy area of Plano, and of course Fort Worth itself. And finally, the arterial routes. You never hear anyone refer to the Dallas street layout as a traditional grid, but if you look at its major arterial routes, they are indeed just that. These major arterials are laid out in a grid-like superblock pattern. Many of them have 6 travel lanes. Shockingly, what I've found is that even during peak hours, these arterial routes are free-flowing, with traffic lights of course. They're so free-flowing that I found myself wondering if Dallas could convert the far right lane on some of these into a protected bike lane without major impacts to traffic flow. Might be something worth experimenting with. Google Maps or your favorite GPS app won't recommend it, but when the freeways are busy at peak hour, you can actually commute with some of these arterials just as fast or even faster than using the freeways. If you know, you know.